So women's MMA started off with Ronda Rousey and even Joanna Jędrzejczyk. Both of them are trash talkers. And what's the difference between both these people right now? Joanna Jędrzejczyk is beloved by her fans because underneath all that acting and all that selling of the fights, she's actually a very genuine, nice, caring human being who was doing her job and understood the sport she was in. Obviously, yeah, she got humbled by Rose Namajunas, but even after that, she continued to stand by, be part of the sport. Whether she won or lost, she was still always a class act. And, things just were really well for her. Even after she retired, she has definitely, come around and still had a social media following, and now she's riding on moderate success, building up her net worth in ways that don't require fighting. With Ronda Rousey, I haven't been paying attention to her WWE career, but I understand, by a lot of videos I've seen, she's obviously dropped the ball on that. I've seen the whole story. I'm not even going to go get into it. But long story short, she is burning the bridge with a lot of the things that she's using to make money now. And if she's going to keep doing that, I really hope she has it saved up and she's ready to just kind of coast, because it's actually really sad to see her go from the best fighter in the UFC in the women's divisions to basically just someone that is so universally disliked. And I'm not blaming the people who are turning away from her, because that behavior is just absolutely, it's a turnoff. And there's the thing with fighters, no matter what level, whether they reach the UFC, get to the top 10, and then realize they're not as tough as the other 9 guys in their weight class at the top of the world, they either open up a school or anything like that. I know that I'm pretty sure Derek Brunson has his own school and everything like that. So he still has a really good, way of making money and everything like that, even though we could basically tell Derek Brunson isn't really going to be in the championship picture or anything like that anytime soon, or he's going to definitely be down to a gatekeeper level for the rest of his career. He's probably going to ride that out, but he's still going to have very moderate success adding to his local community, bringing students up, making people more fit, secure in their own selves, learn how to defend themselves. I think that goes a long way. And there's a lot of value in that. But the thing is, with Ronda Rousey, with her judo credentials and everything like that, she could have opened up probably one of the better schools and everything like that, and maybe not have, picked so much to stir up with the WWE. However, it's like after everything she's put on display and just trashing her followers and basically making it clear she views everyone besides herself as vermin, it's actually really sad. Because who would want to go to that school, and that's sad. As a BJJ guy, I think that judo is very valuable. So I like Travis Stevens. I like Kayla Harris. Speaking of which, Kayla Harris did beat Holly Holm. Holly Holm is not the top of the food chain in the UFC bantamweight division anymore. It was very short-lived. But even though she had her 15 minutes, she's still always going to be beloved. Why? Because she's an absolute sweetheart. She definitely probably has a way to monetize her fight career and teach people, earn a really good living, and make things happen, have a social media following, maybe do a side modeling career, all that stuff. Because that's just amazing to me that someone can reach the top, kind of just dwindle out, but then still find that plateau where you're attributing. A lot of fighters do that, but it just, like I said, with Kayla Harris, though, that's what Ronda Rousey, everyone thought was going to be, because she is Ronda Rousey, except better judo credentials and better hands. So I honestly do see a very bright career for Kayla Harris, and even after the Kayla Harris thing is over, we're probably not going to see Ronda Rousey kick and scream her way to push everybody away. Because I think the fact that she's still kind of like, wants to make excuses for the fact that she's no longer around, it just still puts even worse taste in her mouth. Because even when she lost to Holly Holm and she would go on Ellen DeGeneres and talk about how, she didn't want to be around anymore, and you know what I'm talking about. It's just like we were like, dude, you're one of the best fighters in the world and you're rich. What do you really have to complain about? There's people who are every day who don't have the depressing, thoughts that you're having right now, and they still tough it out, and it makes you not have respect for someone like that. So, it's actually just really sad to see where Ronda Rousey just has kind of picked her way into this corner, and I don't know if she's going to be able to get her way out of it. Is like all these video games like Raid gonna still sponsor her? Probably, but I think eventually she's gonna find a way to kind of turn that stuff away, because I think a lot of people in the court of public opinion have realized that Ronda Rousey never shook off, her prime coming to an absolute screeching, sloppy halt, and her still just not giving admittance. And I want to even compare her to Conor McGregor right now. Because you know what? Say what you want about Conor McGregor, but at least he's very self-aware and he knows the way the internet is viewing him right now. Obviously, he's not the double champ anymore. Obviously, he's become quite the internet meme, like a walking meme now. That I'm gonna be honest, I did enjoy seeing him in Roadhouse. I thought it was entertaining just to see Conor McGregor play himself in a movie and just call himself Knox. I thought that was pretty funny. So good on him. Do I think he beats Michael Chandler? Probably. It's a really good stylistic matchup. But no matter what, it's like at least the guy's a little bit more self-aware, where he knows who he is and he knows he's not as liked anymore. And you know what? I think he's just using that to his monetary value. It almost just feels like Ronda has a gaping chip on her shoulder that is going to cost her more. I think she needs to smooth that out, because you know what? I know Ronda Rousey does not know who I am. She probably doesn't care who I am. She probably doesn't care about this video. But if on the other off chance that she sees this, I really just hope she smooths it out, because I don't want to see someone go from, up here to just finally being a cautionary tale. Because it's amazing how, someone could have an ego that pushes them to do great things, which she has in the judo world, in the MMA world. But really just bring them over the edge and get them to fly a little too close to the sun, which I don't think she's realized that the sun melts her wax wings every single time. But that's all I wanted to say. I just am realizing now that Ronda Rousey is back, but for all the reasons we all expected. To all of our fans who have turned from her, I don't blame you. From all the internet documentation that has happened over the past couple of weeks that I have been able to watch and listen to while I'm at my day job, I don't blame you for walking away. But here's the thing. In any realm, whether you're in fighting, music, blue collar, tech, whatever, like no matter what success you reach, how you walk away when your prime starts slipping, or when you take an L, or how you present yourself when things aren't as bright as they used to be, it does make a very huge difference. Sometimes it's easier said than done, but you could still catch yourself on the way down when you hit those times, because it's, just because the number one spot is no longer yours doesn't mean you don't have a place in society or anything like that. It's all about catching and thinking, what can I do to monetize who I am and make it work for me? And I really just wish Ronda Rousey figures this out and kind of corrects it. And, even if she's not in the UFC or the WWE or anything anymore, I really hope she figures it out. So peace out. I'm going to go to bed. Peace.